All right, meanwhile, a group of service members are going to court to the Trump. A group of people are going to court to fight the Trump administration's new ban on transgender troops. The lawsuit has been filed on behalf of 6 active service members and 2 seeking enlistment. The new ban is part of the Pentagon's efforts to eliminate DEI programs. Let's bring in CBS senior national security correspondent Charlie D'Agata. Charlie, so let me make sure I got that right, because it wasn't written well in the intro there. So the lawsuit says that there's a captain, a major, and a sergeant, and a Navy pilot, and they are the ones fighting this ban that has been implemented by President Trump. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did. And, you know, you're forgiven for seeing how complicated it is, because it could be a ban, it could have absolute repercussions, it could be instant, and there are a number of transgender service members that this will affect immediately. So in terms of that number, it's hard to get the official number because it's not something that they declare upon enlistment. Transgender troops that we spoke to about this story, they explained to us that some members had already transitioned, some are in the process or were in the process of transitioning. Others just simply didn't declare it either way. But the advocacy group Sparta, along with the UCLA study, puts the estimate at between about 10 and 15,000 service members. So, you know, proportionally, that's not a lot. The military has about 1.3 million active duty personnel. However, you know, many of these individuals, they're highly trained, tens of thousands of dollars invested in that training. For example, one of the service members we spoke to is a nuclear technician. Another works in the realm of Navy intelligence and targeting. So these are highly skilled individuals. And they argue not only are they capable to do the jobs that they're asked to do, but there's been a lot of money invested in the training of these individuals.
So remind us, Charlie, of other efforts that are being taken into account when we talk about this DEI purge that President Trump has implemented.
Yeah, well, so last month, the Pentagon was tasked, the DOD, you know, this building was tasked with identifying transgender troops, and within 30 days, they would have to be removed to start separating them for the rest of the group. So in terms of sheer numbers, that is the largest DEI program that they're sort of going after, as it were. In terms of the hires, the highest ranking military officer here in the building, General C.Q. Brown, he was removed a couple of weeks ago. He's the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. The highest ranking female officer is the Chief of Naval Operations, Lisa Franchetti, Admiral Lisa Franchetti. She was removed, both of those seen as DEI removals. There's also another thing where they're kind of going through this. All of the branches have been tasked to go through their own databases to remove any DEI images, any DEI references, and there's, according to that database, is at least 26,000 images that have already been identified. It may be tens of thousands more. So genuinely, they're going through this database of data and images and erasing anything that could be seen as being associated with DEI.
All right. No word, I guess, Charlie, if the Enola Gay, the aircraft that dropped the atomic bomb on Japan, who is, I guess, being framed for having a same-sex lover, is somehow going to be reinstated in the Smithsonian.
Exactly right. So, Vlad, that sort of underlines the absurdity of it all. So if you are doing a database search, right, in theory, you're going to search for the word gay, and that's what flagged Enola Gay and that image. And then they say, well, wait a minute, that's not what we meant. That was obviously a mistake. But if you're going through this, you know what this building is like, this massive database of information, and you get the flash word of gay, Enola Gay is going to come up, and that's why it made the headlines.
I think the Enola Gay was bi anyway. Biplane, get it, Charlie? All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother.
All right, Brad, take care.